What are all these new FCC rules everyone is talking about? And what has the FCC done recently with the TCPA? The Federal Communications Commission interprets and enforces the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. The TCPA was passed by Congress, but the FCC passed regulations that expound upon the TCPA. The FCC also occasionally releases orders and declaratory rulings that also provide clarification. What has the FCC done recently? Well, there are a number of relatively new FCC rules. I will go back just as far as 2013 to mention that in October of 2013, the FCC created brand new protections for all cell phones, business and private. As of that time, telemarketers were no longer allowed to use auto dialers to call cell phones without prior express written consent. This was the case, they decided, even for calling your own customers' cell phones. That established business relationship exemption is still an exemption to the do not call list, but it is no longer an exemption to the dialer rules. Even when auto dialing your own customers on their wireless phones, you need written consent. At that time, the FCC also created a lengthy definition of what they believed written consent is. Let's fast forward to July of 2015. In 2015, the FCC drastically expanded what an auto dialer is, or ATDS, Automatic Telephone Dialing System. As of that date, the FCC decided that what the TCPA really meant was that an auto dialer is any system that not only can auto dial now, so it's not just a system that can do predictive dialing now, random or sequential generation or dialing now, or dial without human intervention now, but if your system has the potential capacity to auto dial in the future, that makes it an auto dialer now. Well, you will need to look closely at your system to determine whether it's an auto dialer. This is a changing area of the law. If your system is an auto dialer, if it even has future auto dialer capacity, then it may not be used to contact cell phones with calls or texts without prior express written consent. There are a number of even newer FCC regulations that are somewhat less important. For example, recently the FCC gave an exemption to healthcare providers and for certain time-sensitive financial alerts. They also gave an exemption to government agencies and certain contractors who are calling to collect on government debts, for example, and a number of other less important things.